Hello! In this video I'm going to show you how you can make your own room air freshener that smells better than any wax smells, and your house is going to smell great. So stay tuned and I'll show you how it's done. Hi, I'm Sarah from Soap School. It's great to have you with me today. The first thing that we're going to use is some salt. Now I've chosen a beautiful coarse Himalayan salt. But you don't have to use this. You could use a regular sea salt. If you are using sea salt, make sure it's something that's a little bit chunkier and not something like table salt, because it's just too fine. Another thing that you can use though is Epsom salts. They work really, really well too. And I've also chosen a beautiful fragrance oil. I often do this with essential oils though, so if you do love essential oils, absolutely use what you love. I've chosen this beautiful little jar. It's got a gorgeous top on it, and I'm not even going to weigh this. I'm going to literally just fill the container to where I would want it to be, and then I'm going to pop that straight into my jug. Now, when it comes to these sea salts, do check around, because some of the bargain stores often stock these for very, very little. So check your dollar stores, check places like B&M Bargains or Home Bargains if you're in the UK. You really can grab a bargain. So this is actually 5 ounces or about 150 mils on the jug. So that gives you an indication of how much is in there. You could absolutely weigh yours if you wanted to. And to that, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of fragrance oil. And then all we need to do is to give this a really thorough blend. How lovely does that smell already? I wish that we had smell-o-vision so that you could smell how delicious this was. And then we literally can refill our container. Let's leave this here, and we can actually use this for our very first use, and I'll show you how we use it once we've decorated everything up. So the first thing is just to pop the lid back onto the container. And I've got these pretty little silk flowers here. Not expensive. You really can get a ton of these very inexpensively, and you've probably got some hanging around, and they're going to be great for decorating. And then all I'm going to do is position these around the top. Now this little piece sticking out the back might be sticking out a bit too much to position them exactly where I want, but you can always trim that off a little bit. Let's just trim it off. I don't want to cut all of the way to the bottom because the flower could fall apart, but I can absolutely get rid of this end piece and just make it a little bit shorter. It's going to make it much easier for us to actually glue these onto the lid. And then all we need to do is add a dab of glue onto the back of our flower and then just position it. Hold it in place. Make sure you're not using your finger. Don't burn yourself. And we're just going to repeat that all of the way around. Look how pretty that is. You could make this whatever you want it to be. So I'm going to just use a normal oil burner, and I've got a little tea light here. Let's light this up, pop that underneath, and then all we need to do is to spoon our beautiful simmering crystals into the top. I just like to use a teaspoon or 2 into the top of it. And then as this heats up, it's going to evaporate the fragrance into the air and just gently diffuse that fragrance into your room. And it's going to smell absolutely beautiful. So there we have our gorgeous simmering granules made with our Himalayan salts and a beautiful fragrance of your choice. It literally takes just a couple of minutes, and it's so simple to make, but it's going to make your room smell absolutely beautiful. Look how gorgeous that is. Absolutely beautiful. Now you don't have to have the candle underneath. It does definitely give you a better fragrance when you can, but if you can't, you can literally just have these diffusing in the top, and they will make your room smell lovely, just not as quickly as if you use a little bit of heat on them and allow it to evaporate faster. So I hope that you enjoy this. Do give it a try, and let me know if you've ever tried to make or use simmering granules yourself before. I'll see you in another video with me really, really soon. Bye bye for now.